The continent of Africa, rich in history and culture, has also borne witness to the reign of leaders whose names became synonymous with dictatorship. Idi Amin, Mobutu Sese Seko, and Robert Mugabe ruled with iron fists, leaving behind legacies marked by corruption, violence, and the erosion of human rights. Idi Amin, the butcher of Uganda. Idi Amin seized power in Uganda in 1971, presenting himself as a liberator. Initially embraced by the West, Amin's regime soon descended into a nightmare. Estimates suggest that up to 500,000 Ugandans were killed during his rule. Amin's expulsion of the Asian community in 1972 devastated the economy, while his eccentric antics, including a bizarre offer to become the King of Scotland, showcased his increasingly erratic behavior. By 1979, his forces were overthrown, and Amin fled into exile, living out his days in Saudi Arabia. Mobutu Sese Seko, the kleptocrat of Zaire. Mobutu Sese Seko ruled the Democratic Republic of Congo, then known as Zaire, for over 3 decades. Coming to power in 1965 through a coup, Mobutu amassed immense wealth by siphoning billions from the nation's resources. His authoritarian regime suppressed opposition and manipulated cultural identity through a policy of authenticity, which included renaming the country and its cities. Mobutu's grandiose spectacles, such as hosting the famed Rumble in the Jungle boxing match, masked the crumbling infrastructure and pervasive poverty under his rule. By 1997, a rebellion forced Mobutu into exile, where he died shortly thereafter. Robert Mugabe. From liberation hero to tyrant. Robert Mugabe's rise to power in Zimbabwe in 1980 was celebrated as a triumph of independence. Initially hailed as a liberator, Mugabe's reign soon turned oppressive. His policies, such as land redistribution, plunged the nation into economic collapse, with hyperinflation decimating livelihoods. The Gukurahundi massacres in the 1980s, targeting opposition groups, stained his legacy with blood. Despite growing dissent, Mugabe clung to power until his forced resignation in 2017. Each of these leaders rose with promises of reform and progress, yet their regimes left their nations scarred. The stories of Amin, Mobutu, and Mugabe serve as cautionary tales of how unchecked power and greed can devastate a people and a country.